Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome back to some more Warframes. Now, I've not actually played this for a while, and I'll tell you why. When I first started playing it, when it first came out, when it was sort of in the alpha stage, there was only like 3 or 4 characters, and I got all them characters pretty quickly up to maximum rank, to 30. And I maxed out all the weapons as well, so at that point, there was not really much for me to do next. In fact, there was actually nothing. There's a couple of locations that I hadn't done. When I say locations, I mean pinpoints, not the whole planet. So I thought I'd leave the game for a while. Anyway, I've decided to come back, and obviously there's a lot more characters now, and there's also extra planets as well. And there's been a lot of updates to the actual, obviously the core part of it as well. Now, one of the sort of bugbearers before. Let's have a look. Right, I've just bought Banshee pretty much. Well, I don't know, probably yesterday, a couple of days ago, and I've been ranking up Banshee because one of the main reasons I could have bought the bow on its own. I clearly like the bow. I'm not saying I like it as a weapon yet. I don't really know until it's maximum rank. But what I'm saying at the moment is I like the animation and the idea of a bow in a game. Do you know what I mean? So that's the main reason I went for it, really. Banshee's quite distinctive, got quite sort of funny head and funny arms, sticks out quite a bit. And like I said, I like the bows and I like the modelling of the actual character. And I think it's personal preference at the end of the day. I mean, you've got to be enjoying the game to play it. And you know, I enjoy playing this character purely on the basis of I like the idea of the bow, really, I suppose. And it does perform well. The bow is pretty good. It's relatively hard to shoot, but we'll talk about that later anyway. Now, one of obviously the biggest updates that they've actually done to it now is actually the mods, right? The mods before were a right pain in the arse. It's still not right. It is still not right yet. They've done a card system now, which is sort of better. But to be honest, even for me, I did struggle at the start to work what the hell was going on. So if I actually go into this one, I've added these on there. They're pretty basic, guys, because all the actual... Because I had the game sort of pretty much completed it up to a certain point, when they added the card system, clearly I had no cards. So I sort of had to sort of start again from nothing, really, even on my rank 30s, to try and find these cards. I did have a few, but nothing really great. I haven't equipped it, like I said, it's been pretty basic. But if we go to some like more weapons, maybe might be a better example. I just click on my weapon there? I did, yeah. Going to my actual character. Now, I've done a little bit of alterations here. Now, one thing I did have, which was very fortunate for me, is obviously when I was playing sort of, a month and a half ago, I obtained quite a few fusion cores. In fact, I had about 350 fusion cores in total, and I've found quite a lot of stuff along the way. I haven't added everything yet, because what I decided to do is, the way the mods work, you can find, say for instance, you can find 3 of these, 3 cards, the same card. What you can do, you can amalgamate them cards together, right? Now, if I take this card off this particular character model, I can then apply it to another one. So, what I did, because just to save confusion, I removed all the cards from all my characters. I then amalgamated the duplicate cards into one, and then moved the most powerfulest card to my current player. So does that sort of make sense? I think that made logical sense. So that's what I've done, and it's worked out alright. I mean, I've got the fusion cores to get these maxed out to 10, maxed out as far as actually just to go and go until they've maxed out. Obviously, what's sort of holding me back is the cash. Now, because you have to pay cash to actually to do the fusion. So I need money. So there's all the money I'm getting at the moment, I'm just applying on these, and I haven't got the maximum 60 slots yet because my character's not at maximum level yet. But it's sort of working quite well, because as my character ranks up, I gain a bit of cash, and then I can, you get the idea. So there's lots of other stuff here as well I can whack on there. But loot radar. I felt at this time the soundquake. Right, I'll tell you something about this soundquake. Right, what I was trying to do with this character. The first thing I did is I equipped all the abilities for that character, and then I played about 30 to 40 games, and then I made a decision on which one I wanted to keep, because what I felt is I wanted to focus my fusion cores and my updates on one particular ability. I'd rather have one really good one than 4 okay ones. Now, it has worked out quite well, because now what I can actually do, I mean, I can with this ability, I can take out many many enemies near me, and it doesn't really matter what rank. It's very, very, very powerful, and I'm sure other people got different logic. And the only reason I've added Sonic Banshee in there in rank 2 is because I've actually, you noticed that I've got 2 slots and I've got nothing else with 2, so I thought, look, sorry, let's just whack it in there. The other thing I've been working on as well, I mean, shield and health, I mean, they're just going right, aren't they, really? They're always going to be good ones, whether you equip it on Banshee or you equip it on your tank, Rhino, or one of the other ones. You know, so ranking them up is not going to do any harm. You can always move it off, you know, accept that, and then what you can do is you can just immediately equip that onto one of the other Warframes. So I like the ability, I like the fact that you can move abilities from Warframe to Warframe. I think that's a good thing, because otherwise you end up... Otherwise, what you don't want to do is you don't want to be ranking up one ability on one Warframe and doing it on the other Warframe, when you could just do it on one, and then it's going to give you a benefit in the short term because you're going to have maximum amount of shield and health. And that's my logic. I mean, God knows if I'm right, guys, but you know, this is what I've concluded from it, and this is how I'm working at the moment. So my plan is I'm just going to max these out. If I can get maximum health, that means I can... Okay, you might say that, you know, the problem I've got at the moment is I haven't found a max... What I want at the moment from my weapons, what I haven't found is damage. I want to find... I mean, I've got armor piercing, that's fine. Critical chance, I want critical damage, or damage. As soon as I find the damage one, right, I'm going to strip these out and I'm going to focus on the damage. But I don't know if there is one yet, to be honest with you. I mean, well, that's what I want. I don't really... I'm looking at these thinking, you know, you look up here, I've got 3 slots there. I could rank these up, but I'm just thinking, I still need to find more cards before I start committing, because I feel at this point in time I don't have enough cards really to make a decision on which one I'm going to focus on. So at the moment I'm just filling up the slots, you know, I'm not really bothered really. Oh, these are duplicates anyway. These are duplicates from the top. I can't fusion them because I haven't got enough cash, so they're just sitting there for now until I get the cash. But so that's my thinking. It follows through with pretty much everything I've got really. I've done the same sort of thing. See, I've damage on the pistols. I'm not quite sure. Can I move the damage on from the pistol? Obviously not. And then move it onto the... No, obviously can't. But I mean, damage on there, you can see I've been focusing on that, because obviously damage is always going to be good. Makes sense to me. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but critical chance, fine. Reload. 30 sort of... Ammo is always good, but I mean, as I say, damage. You could say, look, I could have a bigger clip, or I could do more damage. I could have 5 bullets, yeah. Let's just argument say 200 damage, yeah. 2 shots, he's dead. I could have a 100% bigger ammo clip, but less damage. But I have to. It takes 10 shots. So you know, it's either way you do it, it's not really going to make a massive amount of difference, really. So my thinking is damage. You know, when I fire the gun, you know, bow, whatever it is, I want to do damage. And so far, like I said, I haven't actually found a damage card for the bow. So slightly annoying. But I'm sure, like I said, because the card system's only been in early stage, you know, I'm still at that point where I'm still finding cards now, I mean, because the card system wasn't there when I was playing. Now, critical damage, fantastic, found it. So basically what I'm doing is obviously ranking this one up, and at the moment, because the only other ones I've got some duplicates here which I need to sort out. I can actually whack that up there, actually, just whack, oh, there's duplicate. That duplicate as well. Let's just whack these in here for now, for argument's sake. It's duplicate. Is that duplicate as well? Don't know, let's try it. It's can't got enough slots. But anyways, the plan is I'm going to focus on damage, and then as I'm playing, congeal the cards together, you know, fusion them together to build up, let's just say, for instance, 10 fantastic, really, really high-powered damage cards, and then, you know, 10 maybe high critical damage cards, and just focus it on that way. And then if I decide to do let's say, for instance, you can see at the moment I'm just ranking up to level 4. If I want to go to level 4 now, what I'll do is I'll remove my cards from my frame, and then maybe put it on my tank or something, or put it on, you know, put it on vault, or move them to another frame, and then it gives that frame maximum amount of ability. You know, that's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know if I'm right, guys, but you know, this is actually I want to apply that, don't I? Now that's what I've made from it so far, and that's what I'm thinking. That's my plan anyway. So that's what I'm working towards now. What do I think of this character? Now let's just find a game. Now we've had a few little issues. Let's just pick any. I'm just going to pick anything now, guys, because just to get stuck in, just click on the first thing. Now it's hard to say because there's been so many updates. There was a latest update over the Easter period, and there's been a few others as well. So I don't think it's really fair to say at this point, is it a good character until I get it to rank 30? And that's why I was sort of holding back on the video, because I felt until it gets to 30 and the weapons are 30, you know, it's like a couple of the weapons. Someone said, "Oh, the Snipertron's useless." Snipertron with loads of mods on it. I tell you what, it's a one-shot kill, right? At the end of the day, so you can't say it's a bad weapon, but Snipertron at rank 1 to 10, even 1 to 20 is pretty crap, to be honest with you. It's alright. But like I said, as soon as you get to that 30, things just totally change because you've got maximum mod slots. You know, the chances are that you can equip mods that you can, you know, like I said, it's got to be 30 really for you to make a real good judgment over the character. But for me, I just enjoy this character. I like it, particularly because I focused on this particular one move. Unfortunately, it does take quite a lot of them orb things to charge it up, unfortunately. So I'm going to head over this way anyway. Now, I've only been playing for the past 3 days, actually. I saw him there, but I'm going to go for him. Now, the only downside, I would say, I wouldn't say it's downside, but it's very difficult to aim the bloody the bow. You know, you pull that bow back, and if you miss, you know, you've got to wait 3 or 4 seconds. And the reason is because, look, alright, I'll do a quick demonstration. Alright, I'm going to fire. Right, but that's going to do about 45 damage at my current set, right? Okay, so 45. Or what I can do is I can hold down. That's more likely to do about 100 at my current set. But obviously, as the weapon powers up, it looks like we've got actually an issue over here. I'm chatting away, I'm probably missing things up. It's him doing it. So no, look, you see that we took that damage 80. I was chatting away. It's probably my own fault there. So you know, like I said, I mean, but obviously the Snipertron, you know, once that's maxed out to 30 and you press fire, you know, it's maximum from the point you press the button. It's not like it has to charge up. You know, the good thing about the bow, right, is there's no reload. Oh, let's come around here. Oh, bugger. There's no reload, so it's just fire, which makes it pretty good actually. You don't have to worry about reloading. Where do they go? I'll show you this move. It's probably going to be a bit of waste, guys, but we'll just do it here. Now, the good thing also about this move is it's also with the vault electricity as well. One of the good moves, you notice everything's sparking around you, right? Now, the advantage of that is say if you're in one of them rooms where they've got the sensors for the lasers, they would actually take out all the sensors in the room as well. So it takes out all threats. So yeah, I mean, it's got multiple advantages. I'm trying to actually do the commentary, do this at the same time, but it's like so fast-paced, this game. Trying to do the commentary and doing this at the same time is... Oh, look, 40% health, so I can stack that on top of my other one. I mean, I could, you know what I could do? If I wanted to, is I can have multiple cards of the same card and then equip it on multiple frames. But it's just like, I'm only ever going to be using one frame at a time. So for me, not really bothered really. I'd rather just focus on one absolute really tough frame. Now, look, I mean, health, shield's 400, 300 on there. It's not bad. If I had the cash, I'm sure it'd be way higher than that. So, what are we shooting, guys? Right, at least the cryo pods charge up now. Now they normally come from up this way. There's a couple of doors over here as well. Now the only thing I would say, which is a bit problematic, is if you're a hardcore sort of grinder, right, and you want to rank up your Warframes, which I am. If I do something, I mean I focus on it and I would get rank 30 and I'll do that. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys, he's not looking. That just sort of stuns him for a minute, but it gives us time. They don't seem. These guys don't realise they're attacking a pod. I don't know if there's one there as well. Look. Totally missed that. Better off just watching the pod. I mean, it's 100% now, so it's not an issue. So I'm looking forward to like I say, ranking out. I'm quite enjoying the game at the moment. And the other thing as well, I bought this frame and I bought the pack. And with the pack, I bought all the gear as well. You know, you get the whole gear with it. You get the characters' swords, weapon. I thought I wanted the whole lot. I wanted the matching gear. You know, and I like the way the swords sit on the back. And one thing I have noticed, the swords, these smaller swords, very fast. I mean, my dual chakras and my other weapons, they're no way as fast as this. It's so fast sometimes you just can't see what the bloody hell you're doing, but not a major problem, is it? As long as you know you're hitting them. We've got coming up that way now. We have to go up this way. Oh, look, there's one there. One thing I have to sort of commend about the game, though, is the fact that it runs beautifully. Gives me a bit of time, because these ones can actually nail you quite a bit sometimes. Now, you're probably hearing my key presses here, guys, spamming it a little bit. Come, die, die. We have no survivors on my ship. Right, getting breath back now. This game's full action. I mean, I'm a sort of. When I had Final Fantasy, I know the last one, guys, it bombed out, and they're doing the online one now. But do you know what? I actually liked it. I mean, I think I liked it because I met a lot of people online and sort of made a lot of friends there, and there was a community there. But I think what it was, I mean, I'm not really a hardcore MMO player, right? And that was. I mean, I did Diablo and I did one of the really old Final Fantasies, but I never really followed the whole sort of sequels. And I think if I had done, then I would have been probably more critical over the game. But for me, I enjoyed it. The graphics were fantastic, and the game weren't that bad. But obviously the community didn't like it. I mean, I'm no MMO expert by any means anyway, so probably coming from the wrong person. Let's just sort these out for a second. Now, well, I think one thing you definitely have to do in the game, I'm taking some heavy hits here. Didn't know, it's hard to see sometimes, I'll just fire it off. Pod's not taking much damage, it's not too bad. Full action.
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
We're battling, guys. We're not exiting just for a bloody shotgun, bloody ammo box. This is a new thing as well, guys. I saw it the other day. I mean, this is new to me as well. I mean, second time it's come up.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity for extraction will appear soon.
Where is he?
We've got robots inbound.
Hopefully there's going to be loads of them. I love it when there's loads of them. Particularly because I've been focusing on that ability. I've saved the day with that so many times. Here we go. Oh, it's not really in the middle really, but it will get a few of them. Oh, someone's dead over there. I'm going to go and help him out. I'm probably better off focusing on the enemy actually. There is bullet drop on the bow, by the way. I said bullet drop? Or bow, sorry, I should have said bow drop, shouldn't I? How are we doing? We're 100% still. I need to pick up some more the orb things, I think, to charge up my weapons. Heavy fire over here, so we're just going to quickly... That's what I love. I love about this game. Do you know what? I was talking to one of my friends today, and I was telling him about this game. It's hard to, for me, it's hard to actually pick something bad about it. Apart, obviously the bugs. I mean, but as a game, it's so refreshing. I mean, you think, what is there like this? It's not just like, not only they got the balls to sort of make something like this, they've done it well. They've made the character models are brilliant. I think the animations are fantastic. You know, do you know what I love? And one of the things I love about the game, I love the fact that when you first get your Warframe, he looks really basic, and as you rank up, the more badass he gets, basically. And I like that as well. And particularly if you like grinding and you like, it is a bit repetitive. But if you like doing that sort of thing, then you find that, oh god, we're going to a heavy attack here. Uh-oh. Let's just disable these, and then we're going to take the biggest threat out, which is him. Oh, should have jumped it. Now we're going to go for these guys. I'm not really a tank, really, but do you know what? We've got someone down there, but I can see he's going to help. Now, you've got a little thing above his head there. See, he's got electricity coming out his head. He's got like a robot up there, and it's giving him more shields and more health. So, what you probably want to do is probably take him out first, really. But in this case, purely on the basis that, I mean, for me, even though I'm not a tank, because I have the HP and I have the shields, because of how much I've focused on that at the moment, it's not a problem for me. I mean, I can just go in blazing, really, and it's only going to get better as well. I've just found another card as well. Who's shooting? I do use my bow every now and again. Where's he going? As I rank up the bow, to be honest, the bow at the moment, the single shot fire, because it doesn't kill in one shot, which I'm hoping it will do at some point. It's a couple of shots, and it does take a second to sort of aim the thing up, really. Not that it's a bad thing, but I sort of like that, really. I mean, it should be blooming easy, but I probably got my sensitivity quite high on the mouse. I like it sensitive. So he's going around that way. I haven't got enough to use my. See if they come out this door. There they are. I'm going to do a disable then kill. That's my plan. Should have gone for the one shoot me first, maybe. Another one here. Nice shot there. Pinned him to the wall. I like that as well. Whoa, Warframe, here it comes. Landed it. Did I get it? Oh, I didn't look at the side. That's another thing as well. Now, when you pick up the cards, at least it tells you what you bloody picked up. In the last one, before they did the update, you pick something up and you'd be like, okay, what was that? And I'll tell you what, why that'd be bloody annoying. If you were trying to collect something, oh quick, shit, we'll get down here. If you were trying to collect something for, let's say, for instance, one of your blueprints. You do a mission, you think, did I pick it up? You would sort of want to know, really. It was a bit of a pain in the arse. But now, at least you've got the ability to actually see what... Where are you going, mate? You're not going anyway. No survivors on my ship. I like the noise it makes as well. I know it sounds... I think once the damage gets up, I enjoy it more. Whew. Intense. Chill out here for a minute. So pretty much you've got what, nearly 1,000. Well, it's nearly 500. It's actually nearly 800, and it's 700 HP in total. I don't know. I mean, it's arguable, really. What's better? I mean, I'm probably actually going to focus on the shield more than I will on the disable them quickly. Just get stuck in, guys. Took out a couple. The one in the middle is worrying me a little bit. Him. As long as you don't do a stomp, we'll be alright. Yep, man, he did it. I'll level up. Someone needs to shoot the blooming bird thing that's giving these all these bloody health. Another mod. What's that one? Alright, fantastic. Anyone else? There's always one in here, isn't there? Hello, guys. Fantastic. I love these knives. I love the knives. It is a very satisfying game, I must admit. It does. If you're watching this from a spectator's point, you've never played it, you're probably thinking, God, that just looks hectic. But when you're playing it, it's not. To start with, it can be a little bit, but once you get into it, it's actually quite enjoyable. One thing I did actually, do you know what? One thing I did like about the previous, well, I won't call it update, but oh, there's another one there. Look, common one. Need a couple more of them blue orbs to charge up my. I'm going up. It's upstairs. One thing I did like, they had these little dots on your guns, and it would tell you the rank of the gun. Like little blue lights. I think 5 is maximum rank. Don't seem to have it now, unless them little dots there are. I'm not really sure, because like I said, I haven't maxed this one out yet. Here we are. One over here, who's not going anywhere. Where you go, mate? And the other good thing, this funny thing I tried out the other day, actually, I tried dropping the graphics settings down. I've got it on maximum. I dropped the graphics settings down to, I think it was medium. I'm getting like 150 frames a second. It's ridiculous anyway, but I mean, I dropped it down just to see if it made a difference. And I couldn't even see a graphical difference, to be honest. If it was marginal. But I've got a PC at home, and well, I'm going to call it a gaming PC. It's got a Radeon 7770. It's not the best graphics card in the world, but oh, he's going to knock me over now. I should have just jumped, but let's just... actually, what I could do... Let's just get one of these in here, just to help out a little bit. You can see the radius of that as well. Once I start ranking up even more, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. It's like... Vault's got the same sort of thing. It's pretty much the same sort of move, really. It's like a electricity sort of thing, and that's my favourite move, actually, out of all the characters so far. I forget their name. Yeah, 100, 45, 45. He's down. Did you drop a mod there? Sure. Enjoying this. I can't wait to see what's next. What else is going to happen to the character? It's fantastic. And the other thing as well, a little pointer. What I noticed. Oh, actually, it's actually quite a big thing. Actually. Right. Okay. Well, if you're going to buy in-game credits, do not buy the credits. All right. I'll tell you why.
Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy.
I can handle more. Wimps.
Continue to defend. Defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Am I on my own? Jesus, I hope not. Wimps.
The enemy are at our doorstep.
Well, now this is going to be interesting. No chance on my own, have I?
Walkers incoming.
No chance. Let me do stupid things like that. Uh oh. No chance. Didn't realise. I clicked on the other side. Maybe I have to move the slider over. Oops. Oh well, it's probably going to be a lose now. Oh well, I've got, so at least I picked a mod. Yeah, no way. Jesus, God, that was... I mean, well, I'm still quite pleased with that, to be honest with you. I got that that mod in the end and ranked up quite a bit there as well. There were chickens. So, yeah, so far so good. And oh yeah, so as I was saying, now have a look. You see what I mean? You can buy credits, right? Obviously, the credits are not that expensive, but you know, in comparison, they're not that expensive. But from what you can actually get from it, you know, 19. Let's say, for instance, £10, $19 or something. I'll buy you a Warframe, pretty much, right? And it'll buy you the whole pack. But what I found is, if you wanted to do that, don't do that. Go and do the founders, right? The founder. So say for instance, you're getting 1,000 credits for $19, something like this. But if you go to founder package, you get 2,000 for $19. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I'll be a founder. And then what I noticed is there's 3 levels of founder. So I've done founder 1, which is like really, really cheap, and it got myself a massive amount. I think it was like 500 credits for a peanuts, right? And the equivalent of that would have been to $19 if I would have bought the in-game credit. And then what I did is, once I've used all that cash, I then moved up to the next Founders package. And I'm just going to do the same thing until the end, because it's half the price doing it the Founders way than actually buying the credit. But that's what I found at the moment. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I missed something, but look, I mean, go and have a look yourself at the site. Have a look at the difference between Founder and credit. Seems to be worthwhile just going down the Founder route. Now, I've actually got enough money. I could buy another Warframe, but I've actually got a couple more that I need to rank up, and I'm just focusing at the moment on this particular Warframe. So anyway, guys, look, that was sort of a quick... It wasn't really a quick, actually quite a long game, actually, but just sort of give you a bit of insight of what's been happening on the game. I'm going to be doing some more videos now. I'm definitely going to be doing a video as well when I get this one up to 30, because I think then, you know, you're in a position then to say, yeah, this is a good frame. I like this. I like these weapons. But I think until it gets there, you know, I'm not 100% certain, but I've definitely found that stomp move. I think it's fantastic. It's just, as I say, very similar to the Vault's electricity thing. Very good move. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.